making my favorite way to make coffee with a French press and simply talking to you about what's been going on in my life. So, without further ado, let's get started with our shock coffee. I have the items right over here that I'm going to be grabbing for. So, first up, we have these K-cups. Now, show coffee isn't a regular coffee. It actually contains about 50% more caffeine than your average cup of coffee. So, essentially, you could have 1 cup of shock coffee if you like having 2 cups. Kind of for that extra kick that so many of us need in our life. I love their logo too. It says shock and has the heartbeat. So these little K-cups will be super convenient for me because on a day-to-day basis, I use K-cups for my coffee. My favorite way is a French press, of course. I think it tastes better that way, but K-cups are really convenient for me. So these are the ones that I'm going to be using on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to go ahead and read the back of this for you guys. Whether you want to cram more stuff into your brain or add more hours to your day, you need some shock therapy. Shock is the most potent, butt-kicking, best-tasting blend of coffee beans ever assembled. Nothing but premium beans naturally loaded with up to 50% more caffeine than other gourmet coffees. Admit it, sleep is overrated. So brew up some shock and crank it up a notch. So, for my coffee lovers out there that need an extra boost of caffeine, I'm of course going to share the details in the description for you guys. So, there's this. And then of course, what I'll be using for the French press is the coffee itself. So a medium to dark roast. And something very important is its it's not bitter. Which I know stronger coffee is for some people. If they're bitter, then it's a little off-putting. But this has the punch or the shock of the caffeine without having that bitter taste. But still tasting like a very gourmet coffee, if you will. So as I said, this is what we're going to be using to create my delicious French press and to continue this coffee with gas session. So, to get that started, I'm going to get my water heating up, of course. You might hear the water turning on. Of course, I have my French press here. So, here, brewing ratio, use 2 tablespoons per 6 ounces or adjust accordingly. Anytime I open my new packages of coffee, I always love the delicious scent. Even if you don't like coffee, a lot of people still think it smells amazing. So, I've added about 2 tablespoons to my French press. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the water. We're of course going to let that brew before we press. I did want to show you guys this amazing mug as well. Some of you may know that I have a bit of a mug addiction, you could say. I collect mugs. I just think that they're interesting and I like different ones. So this one says, coffee is my drug, shock is my dealer. And this was actually handmade. Came with this little thing and it said handcrafted for you. This piece has been handmade by a Wisconsin artisan. And it has those little details. So I always like handmade things or different things. And this one is very different from a lot of the mugs that I have. they are actually part of sending care packages to the U.S. military in Iraq and Afghanistan. So I thought that was a pretty interesting fact about the company. I'm just reading the back of this as we wait for it to brew, but it says the same thing as the K-Cups did. And of course has their information. The side says naturally loaded with up to 50% more caffeine than other gourmet coffees. Me personally, I'm going to be drinking this coffee black. I don't usually drink black coffee, but when I'm doing a tasting, I actually prefer to not add any milk or sweetener to get the true flavor of the coffee. And of course, I want to see what my taste buds take about this strong coffee and the lack of bitterness, of course. I tend to prefer medium and dark roast, so this will be right up my alley. I'm going to go ahead, press. Well, I'll tell you, it smells really good. I love the smell of coffee. I need to get a candle that smells like coffee. So, as I do this coffee tasting, I just thought I would, share some updates with you guys, just chat with you guys as I usually do in these coffee with cats. So, smell it again. I'm a weird coffee taster, but I prefer the coffee when I'm first tasting it to get over my whole palate, if that makes sense. So, as I said, I haven't added any sweetener or milk or anything to this, and I could totally drink this coffee as it is because it's not bitter at all. Granted, I drink coffee every day, so perhaps my taste buds are a little different, but for how strong the coffee is, I'm really surprised that it doesn't taste like. My problem with bitter coffees is the aftertaste can be kind of gross, but this aftertaste is actually rather pleasant, surprisingly. So, as I sip, what have I been up to? I have been working quite a lot, as I usually do. Those of you that follow me on social media or on my second channel for my vlogs will kind of see different, more detailed what I've been up to. But I always have a million projects going on, and for both channels, for this channel and my second channel, I always have a bunch of things. Luckily, I have my trusty planner to keep me organized. But lots of new videos coming on both channels that I'm very excited about. Some new episodes Our Bizarre and Unusual World on my second channel. Some new role plays on this channel. And things of that nature. I'm always coming up with a billion ideas. I also have some new photography stuff coming up that I'm rather excited about. Looks as if I'm most likely going to be photographing a wedding this summer. It will be my third wedding. And of course, with the weather getting more gorgeous and, sunny, I tend to do a lot more filming and photos outside. Of course, I'm hoping to get some more hikes in with the weather being nice. I always prefer the weather to be sunny, but not too hot. We just had a bit of a heat wave, and I'm not a fan of higher temperatures, but the sunshine is nice. I'm debating some other photography things to perhaps expand on, more business related things. I've also been toying with the idea of traveling. I had mentioned it on a few platforms, but still just toying with it. Originally, I was debating going somewhere for around my birthday, but more things have come up to where it's put it on a bit of a hold. Perhaps I might do a shorter, smaller, little trip for my birthday, maybe. Or, we'll see what happens, but I'm still looking into doing some traveling this summer. I have a couple places in mind that I'm toying with, so we will of course see what happens. And if I did travel, I'd most likely vlog, so my second channel viewers would know where I went or what I did, things of that nature. I really like this mug. I tap on mugs all the time, but I do really like this mug. The font on it kind of reminds me of Harry Potter a little bit. But I just thought that it'd been a bit since I did a coffee with Cass, and so many of you enjoy the simple chatting, coffee making videos, and I was lucky enough to feature Shock's coffee in this coffee with Cass. But yeah, I always can't wait to share different projects with you guys, because I love making videos for you all, so I always want you guys to see the final product, of course. Rather recently, I've gotten more into doing the Instagram stories, or the Facebook stories. So if you have me on either one of those platforms, I've been doing those more. I think it's fun. Kind of share little parts to my days, little bits while the vlogs are longer. It's kind of like Snapchat, but I don't have a Snapchat, so I enjoy Instagram, and I always, if you guys have an Instagram, I always love for you guys to tell me if you'd like me to follow you, because I never know if you guys so much work to do tonight, actually. Editing. I might be setting up a website. I have some more filming to do, so the extra caffeine is going to be very appreciated because I've been a little drowsy the last couple days. Probably to do with my health, or the heat wave did not help, me be a little bit more awake. So I think this coffee's gonna do the trick. It always amazes me when I find a coffee that I could drink black, because I always add a creamer or sugar, milk of some kind. I always do, but when I find a coffee that I just enjoy the taste of the coffee itself, I kind of know that it's a winner. So, basics of the update. Working lots. Trying to create a lot of projects that I have in my mind for both channels. I have some exciting photography things coming up. I'm very excited for the summer weather, and I'm hoping to travel this summer. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this coffee with Cass featuring Shock. And I have to thank Shock for working with me on this video, of course. All of their details are going to be in the description for you guys. Their Amazon link, their website, things of that nature. For my delicious coffee lovers out there that need a little bit more of a shock to their life. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, lovelies.